Hello and welcome, college football fans, UTSA fans, Bird Nation, and college football 26 gameplay fans. It's for everybody. We're making it for everybody. We're releasing the blogs. We're back here for week 6 of the Rise of the Roadrunner series. This will be the 7th game on the schedule, trying to get 7-0. Coach Clay Merritt and the UT San Antonio Roadrunners heading to Denton, Texas this week, staying in the Lone Star State once again. They are coming off of a 2-game homestand. Obviously, Coach Merritt and the boys have a lot of success on this season. A couple of big blowouts early on, a couple of games that kind of tested their grit, tested their mentality. And here we sit in what looks to be a prime position. If they can get to 7-0, they're already bowl eligible. So we've accomplished that hurdle. Coach Clay Merritt said he's not just here to play in bowl games. He's here to progress and start playing in big matchups in this conference. This is the first one. UT San Antonio leads the series overall. This is the first time that Coach Clay Merritt, the Stonewall one himself, will be taking his crack at trying to put his fingerprints on this series. One thing that we have wanted to note, something that we have been noticing, some information coming out from San Antonio. Some of the players they bought in. They are still bought into Coach Merritt's system of not believing your hype, staying the course, steering the ship through whatever storm that you encounter. We are starting to hear reports that the players themselves are becoming a little bit lackadaisical. There have been some reports that people are skipping practice, missing class, not putting in a full effort. So we'll see if that comes into effect at any point throughout this season. So far, what we've seen, a very calm, a very poised Roadrunners team, able to weather pretty much anything that they come in contact with. And we're looking to see what happens tonight against the North Texas Mean Green. We're going to send it out live to Frankie the Horn Calderon on 94.3 The Bird. Thank you very much for tuning in to the YouTube channel, FEOTB Pod pregame show. And we will be back after the game to talk about all of the action here this week on the Rise of the Roadrunners. Thank you very much for that introduction. Welcome, everybody. My name is Frankie the Horn Calderon here on 94.3 The Bird and the Far End of the Bench YouTube channel, getting set for yet another edition of this Rise of the Roadrunners series. We have been following Coach Clay Stonewall Merritt ever since he made the trip from southwestern Colorado out to southwestern Texas. We have traveled east along I-35 to the Metroplex. We are getting set to be hosted by the North Texas Mean Green, entering today's contest at a record of 4-2, 1-1 in the American. The Roadrunners sitting at a perfect 6-0, 2-0 in conference play. Both these teams here at DATCU Stadium are looking to make a statement and push their notion forward as the top of the group of 5, and especially in this American Conference. The North Texas Mean Green have won the toss and elected to kick off to the Roadrunners, and that is where we will get things set, as that ball is going to bounce through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Roadrunner offense, led by junior quarterback Owen McCown, coming off of a 392-yard, 6-touchdown performance a week ago in the UT San Antonio stomping of the Rice Owls in the Alamo Dome. McCown set with Robert Henry Jr., number 20, the 6th-year senior captain running back, gets the first handoff of the game out of the shotgun. And that one is only able to get back to the line of scrimmage. The North Texas Mean Green know what this game means. They know that they have not beaten UT San Antonio in over a calendar year. They are looking to push their narrative forward. That pass over the middle intended for number 14, Devin McEwen, who has turned himself into quite the touchdown machine, not able to hold on through contact. So 2 plays and no yardage gained for Clay Merritt's Roadrunners. McCown out of the shotgun again. That pass is complete on the in-cut to Decoria Clark. He breaks a tackle into the open field. Nobody's in between him and the end zone. Streaking down the center into the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners. The 5th-year senior, coming off of an injury last season, makes the most of his opportunities as he gets the first completion of the game on 3rd down and 10 and takes it to the house. 75 yards, the official completion stat. Owen McCown starting things off hot to Decorian Clark for the Roadrunner score. Most fans have not even settled into this one yet, settled into their seats It'll be interesting to see how the Mean Green respond after giving up the first points here at home. Brock Chambers on for the extra point, and that one will slip right inside the left upright. Almost missed that extra point there. 7-0 your score, 4:32 left in the first quarter. The Roadrunners have been able to jump out to plenty of a lead. The only team to score before they did so far on the season has last weekend in San Antonio. The Rice Owls got out to a 7-0 lead as that kickoff return able to get out to the 20, setting up the Mean Green offense with Shaddy Clayton Johnson at running back. The Louisiana native trying to answer that quick score from the Birds offense. 4 defensive linemen in the formation for the Roadrunners, including Cameron Blaylock and Kayan Roberts-Day stuffing up that middle. Pass intended for Shaddy out of the backfield. Poffenbarger a little bit too far on that one, incomplete, and that is going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Pistol formation, Poffenbarger's going to roll out to his left, finds his tight end. That pass is complete, but it goes backward. Kendrick Blackshire, number 10, on the stop in the backfield. Spread formation here from the Mean Green. 5 wide receivers in the formation. Poffenbarger's by himself with 5 offensive linemen in front of him. Roadrunners rush 4, crossing pattern over the middle, and that's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Poffenbarger was under a lot of pressure. Cameron Blaylock, who has made a living in opposing offensive backfields in consideration for the league lead in sacks, almost got his 8th of the season. Now number 33, Mekhi Anderson, starts his punt return going to the left, and he'll bring it back to the 49-yard line, right outside of Mean Green territory. Substitution in at running back, that's John Emery Jr. with the play action fake. Now McCown scrambling to his right, he's going to pull it down and run, enough space to get across the 1st down marker, and he'll dive forward to avoid contact. 11 yards on the play. That'll bring up 1st and 10 at the Mean Green 40. Emery Jr. from the pistol formation. Lots of space through the center of the defense. The safety able to make the tackle at about the 15-yard line, but that was a huge 24-yard gain on the ground from the Roadrunners offense. Not sure what happened on that opening drive, but obviously Robert Henry Jr. has been shaken up. And we are seeing fellow senior running back John Emery Jr., number 27, on this drive. Houston Thomas goes in motion, play action fake from McCown, intended for Amador II. That one should have been picked. McCown has not been sharp so far, 1 for 3 on the day. There was the 1 drop from McEwen on the opening drive. He did clean it up with the touchdown pass as that handoff is left with Emery Jr., and he'll get it forward for about 4 on the draw. 3rd and 6 from the 12-yard line. Slant over the middle, that one into the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners. Number 19 able to get into the end zone, and he's celebrating with a whole bunch of karate kicks. McCoy fired up, putting some more points on the board halfway through this first period. And the Roadrunners carrying a comfortable 13-0 lead with Chambers looking to add on to it here. 5 plays, 51 yards, traveled in 55 seconds. Set up by pretty nice return from sophomore receiver Mekhi Anderson, number 33, after that last defensive stop. Chambers set to give the ball back to North Texas, and we'll see if the Mean Green have a response in them on this drive. Ball is going to land at about the 3-yard line, so the kickoff return starts from there. Nice coverage. Tyan Milton able to get in on the play, and that is going to set up shop at the 17-yard line. Reese Poffenbarger, 6-foot senior quarterback for North Texas, looking to throw, finds a receiver, unable to hold on through the contact there on the in-cutting route. That incompletion intended for Dalton Carnes is going to bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 16. RPO play this time, and that one successful. Nice read from Poffenbarger, and now North Texas is going to go with a little bit of tempo into the no huddle. Nickel formation in for the UT San Antonio defense. Let's see if that's going to hurt them on this run play here is Shaddy Clayton-Johnson. Nice move initially. Able to find a little bit of space, but not much, and now we're going to get an injury timeout as David Martin comes up holding his ribs. Not good for this Roadrunners defense, as he's a huge part of that secondary from his cornerback position. Already showing a lot of nickel personnel. This time we're going to get a normal 4-3 set. Blackshire and Shad Banks Jr., the two linebackers. Poffenbarger from the spread. Oh, that one thrown to the sideline. That's an interception. What a read. Poffenbarger did not see the corner sitting on that nice, easy curl route. That is going to set up this UTSA offense with some beautiful field position. It's been a few weeks since we've seen turnovers from this UT San Antonio defense. That one, Caden Meyer, the cornerback, able to read Poffenbarger's throw. First down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Read option play. McCown's going to keep it, and he is stuffed in the backfield. Langley making his play there from his edge position. Pistol formation with two tight ends. We're going to get a throw here from McCown. Post pattern. That one is a misfire. He had an open receiver. We're getting word now from the sideline that David Martin is going to be out for an extended period of time with a torn pectoral muscle. So we are going to see a lot more of Caden Meyer at the cornerback position. McCown, lots of time to throw. That one, a dangerous pass late over the middle, nearly intercepted, and now that is going to bring up a long field goal attempt. Hoping to get some points out of the turnover here as Chambers puts it up. It's straight, and it falls 9 yards deep into the end zone, and that is going to be a huge momentum swing for this North Texas Mean Green. Poffenbarger did not cost his team points after that last mistake, and now he's looking to RPO play once again. We're going to get an injury timeout. All-American, all-conference center for North Texas, Gabe Blair, is going to be coming up with an injury, and he'll head off to the sideline. Not what you want to see as a North Texas fan facing the Southwest Sac Exchange. Tight end in and wing position. Shaddy Clayton-Johnson takes the handoff directly up the middle. 3 carries, only a yard to show for it. That one good for about a yard. Third down and 11 from the 31. Screen set up for Shaddy Clayton-Johnson. Nice read from big number 31, Vic Shaw. He is a load to block along that edge. Offensive line not able to stay in front of him, and we will get our second punt of the day from the North Texas Mean Green. From his own 25, Mekhi Anderson, lots of space, cuts through the gap. He's onto the sideline, past the 50, to the 45, the 30. Cuts back, trying to make a play. That is going to give another short field to this UTSA offense and see if McCown and company can take advantage this time. First and 10 from the 29 of North Texas. Handoff goes to Emery Jr. on the left side. He is going to be stuffed right in the center there. 3-yard gain, trying to get in behind Ben Rios. Shotgun formation for McCown on this second down and 7. Pass goes to the right side. David Amador, the second on the out route. That one is complete. McCown started the day 1 for 3. He's now worked his way back to 3 for 7 with 2 touchdowns. 95 yards passing. Obviously, no interceptions. Poffenbarger with the lone turnover mistake so far. Option play for McCown. He's trying to go backwards, pitches it. Emery Jr. is just going to dive on the loose football. Once again, this Roadrunner offense not going in the right direction. That goes from first and 10 inside the 30 to now second down and 22 from the 31. Play action fake for McCown. Going to Houston Thomas, the tight end, hauls in the long throw. Almost enough to move the chains. That's going to bring up third down and 1 now for the Roadrunners. Handoff, Emery Jr. on the right side. Nobody's in front of him. Touchdown, Roadrunners. Feels like this team has kicked it into another gear since their senior leader, the Heartbeat. He was dubbed the guard dog in cleats by his head coach, Clay Stonewall Merritt. Robert Henry Jr. not been in the game since the opening offensive series. His backup senior running mate, John Emery Jr., scoring his first touchdown of the day, 40 yards so far in the game. 6 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And now let's see how this thing plays out. We had heard reports, Jimmy Pilato on the far end of the bench YouTube channel mentioned it. We'd heard reports about the players possibly believing their hype, not being as focused. I believe North Texas might have been the one pushing that propaganda, as they're staring up at a 3-score deficit in front of their home fans, not even through the first quarter. Poffenbarger on the last play of the first quarter is going to leave it to his running back, Clayton Johnson. He fumbles on the play, scooped up by the Roadrunners. What a sequence to end quarter number 1. This defense is in a turnover kind of mood. Interception earlier in the game, and they finished the first quarter forcing a fumble from Clayton Johnson. 21-0 the score at the end of 1. We are going to be set here for the start of the second quarter on 94.3 The Bird and the Far End of the Bench YouTube channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you couldn't make the drive out to Denton, we appreciate it. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and bookmark feotbpod.org to keep up with everything Rise of the Roadrunners series-wise. McCown, 1st and 10 after the turnover. That pass to McEwen. Spin move, breaks out of the tackle, crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Roadrunners. That adds to his streak. That is 5 games in a row with at least a touchdown. Number 14, junior captain Devin McEwen, showing why he is a leader of this squad. Him and Owen McCown. McCown now with 3 passing touchdowns on the day. I don't believe he's thrown 10 passes on the day, and he has 3 passing touchdowns. $28-0 after the extra point from Chambers is added. 4:57 in the second quarter. North Texas looking for any kind of response. Dalton Carnes, number 11, will take this one at the goal line, trying to set up a return. Able to find a little bit more space than normal, but it's only out to the 18-yard line. We've seen this out of North Texas this season so far, as Travis Scott greeting this North Texas Mean Green offense to its 5th series on the day. Poffenbarger on the read option. Keeps it, finds a lot of space, but at the end of the play, Shad Banks Jr. with a lot of contact jars that ball loose. It's going to go out of bounds before it can be counted as a turnover. 1st down and 10, but still, North Texas finding a little bit of success, but always having something working against them, as that pass is complete for a 6-yard gain, and Gabe Blair, all-conference center, is going to be down with an injury once again. 2nd down and 4, 4:44 to go in the first half. Poffenbarger in the shotgun. Read option play, leaves it with Clayton Johnson. Stuffed right away by big number 93, Cameron Blaylock. Felt that one all the way up at the press box. It rattled the bones through the screen there. That's what that jarring feeling was. 3rd down and 7. Pass here for Poffenbarger. Lots of pressure in his face. He's trying to make something happen, but that pass unable to be hauled in by Trey Williams III, number 6, the big tight end. That is going to bring up yet another punting situation for this Mean Green offense. 3rd punt of the day. Outside of the 2 turnovers, it has been a less than stellar outing for this Mean Green offense. Mekhi Anderson, from his side of his 35-yard line, he's able to get about 15 and get back to the 40. 1 series so far has ended without points for this UTSA offense. McCown, 3 passing touchdowns, was able to find McEwen in the end zone, and that's who he's going back to again on 1st and 10. About a 13-yard gain there. McEwen moves the chains, and this Roadrunner offense is back in Mean Green territory. Handoff left with John Emery Jr., straight up the A-gaps. And he's able to go about 20 yards before he's even met by anybody from the defense. Another first down. 58 yards rushing for the senior who was elevated due to injury early on. RPO play here from the Roadrunners. Amador the second on the bubble screen, makes one man miss, but he's taken down by the second tackler there after a gain of 8. Second down and 2 for the Roadrunners. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers in the formation. Emery Jr. from the pistol gets the dive play, and he'll bring it down inside the red zone to the 10-yard line. You might hear a little bit of extra juice in my voice tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It has to do a lot with what we talked about last week when we were playing Rice, as we get a wildcat formation. McEwen with the snap. He's going to pitch it to Emery Jr. along the right edge. Emery Jr. with a cut inside. Touchdown, Roadrunners. We heard the chatter from the Rice Owls last weekend that Rice was the superior university. They were going to study our film, be able to shut us down. North Texas has been the more successful program. They are in the bigger area here in the Metroplex, close to Dallas, lots of talent. They thought that this was going to be a cakewalk. They thought that this Roadrunners team was not for real. They are learning and finding out the hard way that Clay Merritt wears steel-toed boots for a reason. Extra point is good for Chambers. That's 5 for 5 for him on the day with extra points. 0 for 1 field goal wise as he gets set to kick this one away yet again. Carnes from the goal line, trying to work up the right numbers side there. Only able to get out to the 13-yard line. Special teams has not done this offense any favors, but this offense has been hurting this team more than helping it. 2 turnovers on the day, 1 turned into points as that handoff going nowhere. The linebacker blitz, Shad Banks Jr., able to shut that one down before it even gets started. The contact has felt a little bit stronger in this second quarter as we get another blitz from UTSA's defense. Blaylock, K.N. Roberts Day, and Shad Banks Jr. combining for the stop there. 3rd down and 13, inside of 3 minutes to go in this first half. Handoff on the right side, Clayton Jr. finds about 3 yards of space, and that is going to send out the punt unit for the 6th time this afternoon. Anderson will field this one at the 45 and decides to fair catch it. So that is where the offense will get going here, trying to score 40 points for only the 3rd time this season before the halftime break. Last time was against Big Ten foe Maryland. Rolling out to his right, McCown on the corner. Number 88, Houston Thomas with his 2nd catch of the day. Houston Thomas, the junior, showing to the rest of the country and the rest of the world what people missed out on. He's got a big frame, about 6'6". He's able to move, cut, get in and out of his routes. So we get a split back formation from the Roadrunner offense here. Handoff, left with the running back going up the middle. 1st down yardage behind Rios. That'll bring the ball up to the 19-yard line as we get to the 2-minute timeout here. Got it. 3 down linemen set for the North Texas defense. Play action fake. Out route to Amador the second into the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners. Like I said, this team has meant business pretty much from the jump of this season. Starting things off with a road victory in College Station. They have been on a tour of the other schools in Texas, beating Texas A&M, Texas State, Rice, North Texas, seeming to be added to that list. We'll see if we're in store for a hell of a comeback in the second half. But with what we've seen out of these 2 squads, it's very clear who is trending upward and who has been benefiting from some easy games on their schedule. That is one thing you can say about Coach Merritt and this UTSA administration. They challenged themselves this season, and it has paid off big time. Carnes once again on the kick return. He's going to make it 1 yard further, this time out to the 14-yard line before he's driven out of bounds. Number 15, Tyan Milton on the tackle, that time on the kickoff. RPO play goes to Trey Walker III. Williams III, excuse me. Tight end met with a lot of force by Shad Banks Jr. Kendrick Blackshire also there on the tackle. 143 and counting. Mean Green trying to get anything going, and we're going to get our first sack of the day from the Southwest Sack Exchange. Number 40, Brandon Tucker, able to drop the 6-foot senior in the backfield. Never saw him coming off the blind side. Huge momentum play for this defense. 3rd down and 14. North Texas is going to try and use as much of this clock as possible. They don't want any more points scored on them before the halftime. Poffenbarger is going to keep it on a draw, and that's going to lose even more yardage. Vic Shaw with the TFL that time. We're going to get a timeout called from UTSA.
Number 41 on to punt it away.
We very much appreciate you tuning in to the Far End of the Bench YouTube channel and 94.3. As Mekhi Anderson with this punt return. Going to set the offense up for at least a field goal before this halftime break. Please be sure to check out the Far End of the Bench podcast every Thursday, especially throughout this NFL and college football season. Nico and Jimmy do a great job of keeping you informed. They are gracious hosts to this Rise of the Roadrunners series on their platforms. That pass complete to Amador II, tackled inside the hash mark, so now we're going to get hurry up out of the UTSA offense. McCown looking to put some points on the board. Deep pass intended for DeCorian Clark. That one's going to be knocked away. Daywan Armstead on the defensive breakup. 30 seconds left to go in the half from the 25-yard line. McCown overshoots McEwen. Open in the end zone. That would have been 6 if they connected, but McCown just a little bit too tall for the junior target that time. McCown once again on the rollout. Trying to get it quickly to DeCorian Clark, seeing if he can get out of bounds. That is going to be incomplete, in and out of his hands. Only the third time he's been targeted after his first touchdown. Chambers with the long field goal. This one up and good.
That makes the score UTSA 45, North Texas 0.
That'll move the score to 45-0 after the field goal from Brock Chambers. The junior kicker redeeming himself after the earlier miss in the first quarter. Now 20 seconds is where Dalton Carnes will start his kick return with, and he brings it out to the 20-yard line. Please be sure to stick with us through the halftime break. We will have all of the second half action for you, as we'll see what the response out of this North Texas Mean Green is going to be. The crowd wanting something to cheer for. The fans that traveled from UT San Antonio enjoying this world-class showing from their squad. Coach Stonewall Merritt bringing his team on the road. And that is going to bring us to halftime here with the score 45-0 in favor of the visiting Roadrunners. We will leave you with some of the highlights after talking about our player of the game so far. John Emery Jr. inserted after the injury to Robert Henry Jr., number 20. He's been carrying the rock very well. 6 rushes, 69 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 11 yards every time he touches the football. McCown with 4 passing touchdowns, one of them to Houston Thomas, another to David Amador II. And nothing doing for this Mean Green offense. And now we'll leave you with the rest of the highlights. And we're getting set for kickoff of the second half. Live here from Denton, Texas, we're ready to start the third quarter. The Mean Green against the Roadrunners. Kickoff only about to the 5-yard line that time, and the kick returner will move it past the 21. We are going to get a whole lot of personnel changes for this Mean Green offense. Could be a sign of weakness, and this defense smelling blood in the water is going to get a tackle for loss on the first play coming out of halftime. Tyan Milton on the stop from his safety position. 2nd down and 13. Mean Green looking to throw. Pass goes to the right side. Missed tackle there along the sideline, and we get a little bit of life. Vic Shaw having to pursue down the field. Mesteiner, number 17, in at quarterback now, completes his first pass attempt of the day, and it goes for a 1st down. Mean Green approaching midfield. Read option play. Mesteiner keeps it. Dives forward for about 4 yards. This defense has been stout all day. Now we're going to get another read option play, and Blackshire reads this one perfectly from his middle linebacker position. That'll be his 3rd solo tackle of the afternoon, 2nd tackle for loss on the day. ACC battle taking place right now. Number 18, Georgia Tech, tied with Duke at 21. Deep pass to the left sideline. Receiver unable to keep it through the contact. As we see an update from the league stats, Owen McCown, your quarterback of the UTSA Roadrunners, in the lead nationally. 24 touchdown passes through 6 games on the season. Makai Anderson on the punt return. That one pretty short. The fullback, number 41, Mark Highsmith, able to make the tackle and bottle up the dangerous returner. Crowd trying to get going with some Travis Scott. John Emery Jr. has been a fiend all afternoon and evening. He's been a thorn in the North Texas side. I can guarantee you that when the North Texas Mean Green saw Robert Henry Jr. go down with an injury, they were celebrating. They did not realize that the other senior running back in this backfield can also make you pay if you don't pay attention to him. As that read option play, McCown not reading it correctly there, and he's going to get stuffed for a loss of 1. Looking to throw now. Finds Emery Jr. out of the backfield. That one good enough for a 1st down into North Texas territory, all the way to the 42-yard line. 2nd catch of the day for John Emery Jr. First one went for a touchdown. He had that pop pass out of the Wildcat formation from McEwen. Handoff, stretch play, Emery Jr. Nobody in front of him, nothing but space. 10, 5, touchdown, Roadrunners. If the nails weren't already in the coffin and the fat lady wasn't warming up, I think that we can go ahead and have her sing here. We're going to start seeing fans file out trying to beat traffic. The only colors that are going to be left in Denton, Texas at DATCU Stadium are going to be the orange and blue of Coach Clay Stonewall Merritt's Roadrunners. What a follow-up performance after dominating another in-state rival. And just as we say that, we get a missed extra point. Chambers already missed 1 field goal, trying to go 7 for 7 on extra points, and he missed it, so that'll leave him at 6 and 7, and the score will be stuck at 51-0. Puts this one to about the 4-yard line, and the kick returner only able to make it out to the 13. At some point, somebody's going to start adjusting to this kickoff from Coach Clay Stonewall Merritt. Let the ball go through the end zone. You at least start at the 25 instead of inside your own 15 like the Mean Green have been doing. Read option play once again. Tackle made by number 99, Ty Leonard, but he's going to come up holding his shoulder. We've already seen 1 muscle injury on this UTSA defense. Don't want to lose another big edge rusher, especially after not seeing him much through the first half. There still seems to be a little bit of residual disrespect left over from that Rice outing. This defense trying to prove themselves as Cameron Blaylock extends his sack numbers. That's number 8 on the season. He will take over the national lead. Second tackle for loss from big number 93. Mean Green offense with their quarterback about a yard deep in the end zone in the shotgun formation. Handoff just trying to get any space possible, and Blaylock shuts Sibley down. Kiefer Sibley, number 21, on the carry for Mean Green. 4th down and 18, and tell me if you've heard this one before. We're going to get a North Texas punt. Anderson from the North Texas 48-yard line this time, not even able to get past midfield on the kick. And that decent return will set shop up at the 33-yard line for Owen McCown. Counter play to Emery Jr. and a nice defensive stop through the contact. There was a blocker on the defender, but the defensive tackle able to make the stop. 30 seconds and counting here in the 3rd quarter. McCown all day to throw. He's going to pull it down and run. He's going to have enough space for the 1st down. Slides at the 20. That should be the last play of the opening quarter. We'll see if they get another, or excuse me, the 3rd quarter. We'll see if they get another play off here. They do snap it. Emery Jr. with the handoff. He'll get forward for about a gain of 4, and that will bring us to the final minutes of this one. As we take a look at the top 25 rankings, Navy in the American Conference able to get number 25, also sitting at 6-0. If things were to end today, that would be your American Conference Championship game. North Texas tried to add their name into that hat at the beginning of this one. UTSA firmly shutting that one down. And I think we're going to get a coaching change here for the Roadrunners, trying to save some guys' legs. We've seen a lot of injuries so far, so we're going to get the starters subbed out for the backups after this opening play of the 4th quarter. UTSA would meet Army in the American Conference Championship game if the season were to end today. Pop pass to Amador II. He's got a lot of running room, and the starter's final play is going to be yet another scoring one. 57 total number of points your offense put up today. If you are a Birds fan, you got to be ecstatic. This is exactly what you want to see as the calendar starts to flip middle of October into November. Still a long grind of a season ahead. You're only about halfway through in the conference championship and whatever post-game, post-season games you're invited to. Eventually, the nation will start taking notice, but for now, we're glad that all of you are tuning in here on 94.3 The Bird and the Far End of the Bench YouTube channel to be witness to this epic rise in Division I football. The team stats are lopsided, to say the least. 8 touchdowns, 240 passing yards, over 100 yards on the ground, 1 yard rushing for North Texas. We're going to get a screen on the opening play of the series. Not a bad play. Dean Metzmaker, sorry for mispronouncing your name earlier there, Dean. You and Poffenbarger must hold the market on longest last names of quarterbacks in the nation. Ooh, nice spin move on the handoff there. Mackenzie McGill II, number 0, showing off some elusiveness. It's the fun part about college football now. You get to start seeing what other players you might want to take on your team with the way the transfer portal is working. That read option play stuffed in the backfield by Kendrick Blackshire. Kiefer Sibley. Lots of players moving in and out for this North Texas team, trying to find any sort of success. Not able to pass midfield even at this point. This UTSA defense making a statement after last week. They gave up 3 touchdowns to Rice. Don't forget, this team went a full 8 quarters in a row without giving up a single point. They went through the first 3 weeks of the season without giving up a touchdown. If you don't take anything from this defense, they won't give you anything. That is for sure. Swing pass to the left side. That is McGill II. He's taken down in the backfield. Jimmy Wyrick, the sophomore safety, making the play, forcing the punt yet again. New punt returner into the game is Nakai Anderson. Going to be focusing more on his offensive role here. Return able to get back to the 43-yard line. It is incredible the starting field position that this UTSA team has had pretty much all game. Emery Jr. is going to stick in the game at tailback. We're going to get our first pass from backup quarterback Maher, and that one incomplete as it's broken up at the very last second by the contact. Running play this time from UTSA. Emery Jr. bowls through the defensive end for a gain of 2. Only able to get out to the 46. Maher trying to keep this drive alive. Draw play goes to Emery Jr., and that one North Texas was not fooled. We're going to get the clock stopped here as a couple of Mean Green defenders will be down on the field with injury. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want to keep up with everything UTSA football for this 2025-26 season. As this punt, first of the day from the Roadrunners, is going to be fair caught inside the 15. Nice kick that time by Chambers. We will be back with more action, in-game action next weekend. Continuing our climb through the American Conference is that one. Jamean Buxton from his defensive tackle position brings McGill down in the backfield. The rushing totals now creeping below 0 for this Mean Green offense. Motion here from the receiver. We're going to get a pop pass to the right side of the defense. And trying to go for the strip on the tackle. A couple of guys missing tackles on that one. Receiver with a nice 18-yard run. Still third down, but now it's a 3rd and 2 instead of 3rd and a mile. Injury on the last play, so the clock is stopped. McGill, the running back, went out with injury. Now we're going to get a handoff up the middle. Jaden Becks, number 5, able to get the first down conversion. North Texas will continue moving down the field. We got a 46 look from the defense. Handoff goes to Beck once again. That time only able to get forward for 2. Coming up on the 2-minute timeout before the end of this one. 58-0 your score. Have not had this high of a total since the Week 3 blowout in the Alamo Dome of the Maryland Terrapins. That one finally able to get across midfield. Coach Merritt and the defense not going to be happy about that. They'd been able to pitch a shutout. Not only a shutout, but they had been able to hold the opposing offense in their own territory the entire day up until the 2-minute warning in the 4th quarter. As we take a look at the leading sackers here, both of them residing from your Southwest Sack Exchange. Kane Roberts Day and Cameron Blaylock tied with 8 sacks apiece through the first 7 games. Metzenmaker trying to go with a long pass to the sideline, broken up by the cornerback there. 2nd down and 10 from the Roadrunner 49. Pass coverage has been stellar today. The interception in the first quarter, fumble on the ensuing possession, but Rice was able to find a lot of success passing the football. That one knocked away from the receiver. Third and 10 from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw is Metzenmaker. Fires. His receiver double covered on that one. Zach Morris able to get to the deflection. Metzenmaker wants a pass interference call, but he's not going to get it. And we will be witness to another punt. Give this guy an ice pack. That one goes straight out of bounds. Only a kick of 13 yards. UTSA will set up at their 37. Maher on the option. He's going to pitch it to McCoy. Willie McCoy only able to get 2 yards on the option play. Clock is moving, and I think that's the goal for this UTSA offense at this point. Coach Merritt just wanting to get out of Denton, Texas as quickly as possible, and I can't say I blame him. RPO, screen pass going to the left side. Gain of 7. And if we can get a first down on this play, that one will pretty much be the end of it. Read option. Maher on the keeper. Gets the first down yardage. Jamie Rhett is number 8, the backup quarterback that's into the game for the Roadrunners. First time that we've seen him all season, as McCown has been stellar. Emery Jr. making the final play, something to remember, adding on to his totals. And I believe that's going to seal his fate as our player of the game. What a performance here. 140 yards rushing from John Emery Jr. in relief of the injured Robert Henry Jr. We had a 58-0 blowout inside of the Lone Star State. UTSA continues their undefeated season at 7-0. Coach Clay Stonewall Merritt able to keep his team moving in the right direction. We are very, very happy that you were joining us here on 94.3 The Bird and the Far End of the Bench YouTube channel. We are going to send it back to the studio. Jimmy Pilato will get you set for the next edition of the Rise of the Roadrunner series. Everybody just needs to sit back and relax. This coach, this team, this squad is the most laser focused I think I've ever seen. That is the exact response that you wanted to have. Last week, you host another in-state rival, the Rice Owls. They were able to put up some points on your defense. You didn't necessarily like the way things were going in that one. You have not looked as dominant as you did against the Maryland Terrapins when you won 68-0. You obviously had the previous 58-0 shutout over Texas State. It's safe to say, outside of the big schools in Texas, you can maybe add Texas A&M to that list of not the big schools in Texas. We are able to hold our own. We are undefeated within the Lone Star State this year. We played a ton of these 7 games inside of Texas, and today we were witness to not only a very, very solid performance from guys that we've been noticing it from all season. Devin McEwen with a touchdown. Houston Thomas had a couple of huge catches. David Amador II has emerged as the best slot receiver in the entire conference as a sophomore. McCown is the greatest quarterback through the first 7 games of anybody that's ever played in this program. He's a captain for a reason. And the defense behind the Southwest Sac Exchange defensive line and Kendrick Blackshire, Shad Banks Jr., who forced a fumble today, by the way, on starting quarterback for North Texas, Poffenbarger. It was just a perfect performance. It's exactly what you wanted to see, especially when we're hearing the reports that guys aren't taking things as seriously. Everybody needs to remember who we are, and we also need to know that we can do this whenever we want. It's not up to situations. It's not up to teams that you play. You could do this against anybody, and if you're going to do the things that we want to do with this team, you are going to have to make these kinds of statements throughout the rest of the season. Thank you for tuning in. For myself, Jimmy Pilato, our voice behind the Rise of the Roadrunner series, Frankie the Horn Calderon on 94.3 The Bird and our Far End of the Bench YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. Follow the podcast anywhere that you listen. Check us out Thursdays, myself and Nico, keeping you informed all the way through the NFL season and beyond. We have the PLL championships coming up this week, so make sure that you check that out if you're not watching football. Stay safe. Enjoy each other. It's been a rough week. We hope that you enjoy this content and continue enjoying everything here from the Far End of the Bench. Rise of the Roadrunners, episode 7. We are out.
If you don't stay down and you never quit, come on over here and sit